How's it going, everyone? Don't mind me. Gotta itch my eyes till they fall out. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now I can look at myself the right way by mirroring my camera. Hope everybody's having a good day. Good Friday. How's it going, Wayne? Trying to get comfortable in my chair because, Remy broke my chair. But you gotta flip over and try to get it fixed. There's a link. You want to come up, Wayne?
I had to change my name again.
Huh?
I had to change my name to Custom Screen Printing again.
Oh, why? Was it something else again?
Had my middle name and my last name up there. Had to take it out. I'm looking around my room. I lost something in my room. I can't find it, but I'll find it tomorrow.
Hey, Nightbot.
You talking to the Nightbot? Oh, dang. Hey,
Hi,
Elliot.
Elliot. Are you going to come up on panel? The link's there if you want to come up. And no, I don't know where Shane is.
Just don't talk to Nightbot. It ain't going to answer you. Hey, Elliot. Come and join us.
Oh, Nightbot. I like that shirt, Wayne.
Oh, I know this. This is my original Looney Tune. These are all my friends here. Looney is me. So they're all my friends, you know. But Daffy's her best friend. Daffy Duck right over here. Right there.
I don't know why I don't hear an echo, Elliot. Aw. I don't have any browser open. I have no browsers open.
I just muted mine.
Yeah, I don't have anything open, Elliot.
I used to, but I don't have them anymore. I shut mine down. I muted the YouTube side.
Gotta flatten me some ginger ale.
I gotta get me some more staples. I can fix my drawers under my bed. The person that made them didn't do a good job, so it broke.
Yeah.
So. Well, see no more orbs in my room anymore. I saged that sucker. I got rid of it. I saged the whole room. I kicked them all out of here. Sent them out the window. Told them to in the light.
I don't know what's the matter. I don't hear an echo in my ears. Ow.
Maybe is he talking about now or is he talking about before?
Well, I'm glad that it was you because now I had to put my headphones in to see if it was me.
When I first started out coming in here, I had that other side open. And I muted it afterwards.
Yeah, I normally have it open like when I'm coming into like somebody else's panel while I'm waiting for StreamYard. Then I tried to get over there.
Thought it was me we heard before I muted it.
No, he said it was him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, you can come up, Elliot. Then you don't need to worry about an echo. Because you won't hear it. Hi,
Hey, John
John
Paul.
Paul.
Hey,
Hey, Big
big man.
Matt. How's it going? I said I was going to change tonight's stream to F It Friday, but I decided I'd just leave it alone. Because I told Shane I was going to do that. He's like, no, you can't do that because of YouTube. And I said, yeah, I'll just use an exclamation point. What are they going to care?
Maybe you don't want you to get your channel in trouble. Maybe that's what he's concerned about.
Well, I can see that if I left it the full
Yeah,
F
I
it.
know. But you know how your friend is, though. He's concerned for you.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
Hang on. I got to get the fat dog some more food. Hang on a second.
okay.
That's all you're getting, dude. So either pig it down or make it less. That's your choice. Because you're not getting no more. Okay. How you doing tonight, Big Matt? And then I was brushing Bear because, he's going to be high maintenance with his hair.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't a fan. But my mom got me this little kit. Has 2 different brushes and then a detangling spray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then she got me this other one, but maybe I'll try this one next time I brush them.
Yeah. See this thing here? This is a magnet kit. It makes magnets.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't even know if they make this anyway. It might be discontinued. I don't know. I hope they make it still.
Taking a break from what, Big Matt? Hi, Elliot.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Tasha?
I'm doing all right.
Good. I may have to be right back, Mama, in a few minutes.
Oh, you're good.
I went swimming today.
How was it?
It was good. It got me aching a little bit because I guess my weak muscles from sitting around so much, during COVID.
Yeah.
Especially, those first few months. And I kind of took it easy. And that I told you it was $290. Remember? I think I mentioned that.
Yeah, last night. Yeah.
She was wrong. The workers there are kind of young, and I actually looked online and I called them. I says right here, $154. She goes, hold on a minute, let me look. And she looks, and I go down there, and it's $154 for seasonal.
Oh, that's car. Awesome.
Yeah, which is about what it was years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, Coastal?
Howdy, Coastal.
Hey, Coastal.
Outdoors with Big Matt. What's up, John Paul?
I don't know where the hell my partner in crime is. I'm gonna have to kick his butt.
Poor Shane. He's gonna become a punching bag.
And then you're not in here.
Oh boy.
Well, his cousin showed up earlier today. So.
Gotcha.
I told him he wasn't going to make it in anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to end up passing out on the floor, and I won't see you till tomorrow. And then, Shane. No, not me. Oh. Yeah, you.
Me passing out?
No, Shane.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. People do. I don't do it but my co-host I used to stream with, he's went to sleep on the phone in the middle of the night doing an overnight stream. And he'd be sitting there, his head laid down on the sofa and the phone's still on in the stream. And one guy actually hosted a show, and he fell asleep in his own stream. And everybody just kept talking all night.
Well, I told Shane earlier today when I talked to him, I said I was sitting there falling asleep last night.
Wow. Yeah, I like those trucks. He did pictures. That was
Yeah,
cool.
those were cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Similar to what I had seen from that doctor I was telling you all about. Except difference is it was kind of souped up. It looked like a was it Kenworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, those nice ones, and it had some kind of big engine. It was built real strong. I know. I think it had 2 engines actually, and it was chrome plated. And I forget how much horsepower. It was insane horsepower. And this guy was a car guy. He had I can't remember what he had, but he had. What the heck? Hold on a minute. What the heck's falling here? Oh, my wood visors are crashing down on me. I got to get a real mount for my primer system right here. It's right here, and my elbow keeps hitting it during streams sometimes.
Yeah.
I was about ready to go back there. I didn't realize the time. I was going back there to lay down a little bit and relax, and all of a sudden I was on the computer. I was going to shut it down. I seen your alarm come up in the corner over here. Notification, alarm, same thing. And,
yeah, I didn't go to bed till, I don't know, probably like 4 o'clock this morning. And then I was up I think Bear woke me up at 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. I forget what time
And I
went
lay
to
down
sleep.
for a little while.
Yeah. I think I got off and went back there and watched a few minutes TV. Yeah, I did. I went back there and said hello, jumped on the phone a minute and said hello to Sheena in the side chat, and then went to bed. I didn't stay long on her channel at all in the side chat. It's getting late. I think that's what I did. I'm sure I did.
I haven't seen her. She's been going live normally when I do, so I don't see her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that.
Not that I care if you want to go live, go live. It ain't my position to tell you can or can't.
Yeah, true.
The only thing I have a problem with are lies.
Yeah.
That's when I have an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there do that. I used to have a guy back in the 90s I hung around with. He's in his 40s. Yeah. And he would we'd be in a nightclub, for example, and he would sit there and he'd tell me, oh, I had to go by the FBI office today. I'd look at him, I go, shake my hand, go like, what the hell are you saying? And what he was trying to do, talk stupid, impress girls, I think is what it was. And I said, you're sounding stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't believe that. Then he said he was a bounty hunter one night. Then he said he was a millionaire. Actually, a waitress in her 20s come by and asked me one night. She says, Elliot, is John wealthy like he says? I said, let me tell you something. Wealthy people don't go around telling you they're wealthy. They don't talk about their money. So I said, don't believe that crap in nightclubs or bars. These were girls probably 25, 23,
Yeah.
A lot of people in there tried to fool them, and I said, no, don't pay attention to them. They're lying to you. Yeah. I don't like liars or thieves. Stealing, man, is a no-no for me, too. I'm kidding you.
The main thing I have a problem with are lies. If you don't want to be friends with me anymore, lie to me.
Yeah. And what I'll make this comment. I don't know if it makes sense, but why would anybody pretend to be a friend and lie? I don't quite understand that. But
I don't know either, but I mean, I want to say like we'll call it 99.5%. I don't want any of this stuff on YouTube bother me. But the past 2 days, this one particular thing has been bothering me. and annoying me to the point I just want to throw everything in the pond and say, fuck it. That's how bad it's been irritating me.
Oh, boy, I hate to
And
hear
it's
that.
mainly because everybody's bragging at like how great this one person is when all she does is cause her own drama. She's fake, she lies, and everything else. So it's like, why do I even want to talk to anybody that you're associated with, or talk to anybody that's associated with you?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I always say this. People talk to me. I say they ask me about YouTube, this, that, and the other. I say, well, you got to realize YouTube is like the real world. It is the real world. We got the same thing on YouTube as we got out there, face to face or working with people like we work with. And I think people do reserve it a little more, because they know they're live or they know they're in video. They kind of hide it. Some things, at least some of them do. But I see stuff. I see drama frequently, several times a week, occasionally on channels, and I won't say which ones, but I see it, and I just move on. I won't stay there.
Well, my thing is, I don't really like unsubbing from people because I don't want people to unsub for me.
Yeah,
You know what
I don't unsub them.
I'll become a dead sub,
right?
But I still will occasionally go watch a video and leave a comment. But
right.
When you get me to that point, then no, I'm not going to be a part of it because you want to be one way when you're here and, this and that. And then when you go somewhere else, then you're completely different. And then if somebody asks you a question about somebody, then, it's whatever. Now, there are a couple channels that I had blocked that I unblocked because part of my reasoning, I guess, was petty. So I unblocked them because that was on me. It wasn't anything they did wrong. It was just me. So I unblocked them. And I don't call channels out unless you want to come in and you start, in the chat or whatever, then yeah, I'm going to call your name out. Or if I'm, promoting channels, but I'm not going to come right out and be like, hey, this channel name, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Unless that channel name has came in and say, tried exposing themselves or comes in and bullying the chat or something like that, then yeah, I'm going to say, hey, don't let this person in your chat because all this person does is this. Yeah. Hiya, Robbie. How's it going?
I'm the same way. If I even see, even in my streams past year or so, maybe a little longer, I can't remember when I started because I redid my channel, and restarted one. If I see, being a host and co-host so much as I have, when I see occasional drama in a side chat, if it dies down, I let the mods handle it, and I don't never say nothing. One night, I actually, in the early days of streaming, I actually called out a comment to someone, and I won't get into that, and it kind of turned into an issue. And I realized even when I'm talking to the side chat for somebody, or saying hello, or I'm saying, I'm reading, if it's a bad thing, I just ignore it, and I don't even say a word because I don't want to trigger anything in the live stream. And it works for me that way. And I won't say anything about a channel. I don't think YouTube's a place to go in there and rant with people. It's just, that's what my thoughts are on it.
I mean, I have, actually when I put up a rant title, okay,
yeah,
I have something to say and you might not like it. I'll have 20, 30 people in here because they want to hear what I got to say and see if I'm actually going to say something about a particular person or not.
Yeah. I've actually seen, Tasha, I've actually seen some streams occasionally the past, several years that when the drama starts, all of a sudden they got a ton of people in the chat wanting to watch it. Then they kind of get drifting off because then they get bored with it. But it draws them in there for a little bit when you start that drama. Now, I don't know what they find appealing about it. I guess wanting to listen to the info, what's the latest on so-and-so, what's so-and-so doing. And I don't really care about that. I'm not on YouTube to listen to that crap anyway. So that's me. So
Yeah.
Well, my whole thing is if you're going to call somebody out, okay, say I use my channel. If you're going to call Arts and Adventure with Tasha, then just come over and get on her panel or have her come up on your panel if you want to chew me down in front of a bunch of people or whatever.
mm-hmm.
Then do it. Don't
Yeah.
freaking pussyfoot around about it and just act a certain way or drag it out for 9 months.
Hmm.
If you got
Wow.
something to say it and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might talk about something that freaking annoys the shit out of me, like this particular person. Lucky it's not where I can't be in person because you get me pissed. I'm the same on here as I am in real life. The only difference is in real life, if I wanted to, I could put my hands on the person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't like doing that.
Right.
It takes a super lot to get me to that point. But like the past 3 days, I've been annoyed, and
Wow.
I got to remember to tell myself that I'm there for whoever's live it is, and not for the people in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
But then, when I keep hearing this particular name all day long for 3 days, and it's just same person, and no. And
I
this
got you.
person is a mod quite a few different places.
Oh wow.
And
Strange to me.
she won't ever be a mod in here. And if a mod could block other mods or remove other mods, then I'd have done it already. But unfortunately, that's not how being a mod works.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay positive, Tasha. Try not to let
Oh,
it
I
get
do.
to you.
It just, I love everybody that comes in here. You know, that's another reason why I keep my stuff restricted. If you're not an adult, then you're not coming in here. And if I don't feel that you're acting an adult, then you'll be removed. I don't, and my mods know how I am too. Like I trust all my mods. Now a couple of them are going to be removed. They're going to be demoted.
I don't
Or I
blame
should
you.
say demodded.
I've did a few that way, slowly. Well, they get upset. Some of them will too sometimes. But I will do it.
How's Elliot doing tonight, man? How you doing?
Me?
I can't say that I get mad, but when I've not given you any reason to unmod me, and that's the part that I find puzzling. Granted, everybody can do whatever they want with their channel.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just hard, like when you've been a mod and a good mod to people's channels, and then one day you go into their live stream and your wrench is gone.
Yeah.
That's the part that puzzles me. And the only reason I'm demodding people is because if you're not going to be a part of my live stream, not even like once in a while, then what the hell do you need a wrench for?
You've only got a few. Me, Shane. I think I know the others.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have like 8 of them, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking the ones I see sometimes, apparently.
Well, some of them, you know, don't bother to come in anymore, so I don't know what the heck the point of having them anymore is.
Right.
I don't remember who I have. Let's see. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16,
Wow.
18.
You got more than I got. I don't have. I'm a little more limited on that on my channel.
20.
I don't even know how many I got. Probably 8 people, maybe 10. Can't remember. And, I took a few away, I think a while back, but they don't really. Even though they're sub to me, Anyway, I've been through the same similar things like you're talking about. I just don't talk about it on, when I'm streaming live. I've had people unsubscribe from me, actually resubscribe, and I'd look over and I go, wow, they must have got mad at me at one time or something, or YouTube disconnected me. But it is what it is with them. There's quite a few dynamics, even in the gun community. We have kind of weird things going on, and I typically just ignore it. Sometimes me and my co-host will talk on the phone, and we'll talk about it. But I have a thing. When I first started talking to him, he was upset with somebody. So I talked to him. I said, "Don't go on YouTube. Don't say a word. Let this person." I got a saying: people always destroy their own self. They usually mess their own self up. It's just a fact. A bad person usually just does something bad to and they eventually mess their own stuff up, even on YouTube. So I kind of told my friend of mine, I said, just let him alone. Don't say nothing. You can't go in there and vent. Don't go in there and say nothing. And sure enough, I said, here's what's going to happen. He's going to go running around talking about us. And we know that because little things we picked up. And then he'll come back and all of a sudden, hey guys, like we're friends again. And sure enough, that happened.
Well, see,
I said, he'll slowly come back.
Yeah, the main reason why I have so many mods is because the ones that I have are in sporadic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like Big Matt, 99% of the time, I know he's here, even if he don't say anything.
Yeah.
And I don't worry about stuff like that. Now there's other people that I have, they might come in, say 11 o'clock, and I might not have the other mod there at 11 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then I have a couple that are like UK time. So sometimes they come in or not. But then like when Shane and I do the 36-hour live, most of the people that I have as moderators normally come in throughout that time as they did through the 24-hour live. But I was talking to Shane about it earlier, and I said, there's a couple people that you have that I can't have being mods during our 36-hour live.
Wow. Yeah.
For my own personal reasons.
Gotcha.
And the hard
good thing
part
about
is
that.
I have to remember that when I set all of them up, that I can't restrict it.
Yeah.
Because being our channels are going to be tied in, I can't restrict it because there are some people that come in that are not 18 yet. Like Christian Magician. He don't turn 18 until November. So I got to remember that when I set him up, that I don't restrict any of them. So he can come in and he can do magic and, stuff like that. And then doing Halloween costumes on the 31st. If people want to dress up, then, I want them to come up on panel and, show us. That's what Shane and I were talking about. Mom got me a couple different things. So I got to get some face paint, which I think I can get from the Dollar Tree, and a couple other things.
Oh, Ryan.
1 minute.
There he is.
DC on his PC. I knew I liked him. For those about to rock. Hell's Bells.
Oh, yes.
Thunderstruck. Boy, that's bad back in the day.
AC/DC, Pink Floyd.
Yeah. I used to ride around. Well, back in the 90s, Tasha, I'd ride around. I had a Bose Gold. A lot of people don't like Bose, and I know that. But I had a Bose Gold that had like 50 watts per channel. So it was 200 watts. I'd have the top off of it, the Targa top, take it off. I'd sometimes go up to the red lights, and I'd have that AC/DC, whatever, crank just to the max. Sometimes one day I was going to work, and you got to realize I was 40 then. An older guy was next to me, and he looked at me, and he kind of shook his head like, oh, boy. You know, and I'm sitting there and I just smile and take off at the red light. I mean, I've rocked that. Boy, I rocked the streets out in the red lights everywhere. I grew up, with loud music, so I kind of still have that in me. Even now, if I go listen to radio in a like a sports car, it's usually 3/4 up or almost wide open when I'm driving. And it's just kind of the way I think. Strange I still do that, but I do. Kind of something John Lennon used to do on the Beatles did on their well, actually John Lennon did it on I think I know he did it on singles after the Beatles broke up, and it would be on the 45, and it would say "Play Loud" on the 45 underneath the song title. Which I look back on, that was kind of
putting on the records in reverse or fast mode.
Mm-hmm. I first heard them, I think I was in the 3rd grade, I think. It tells me how old I am. Man, a young girl about 15 called me over to her house and put the album on. I said, "Who is that?" She said, "The Beatles." I said, "Interesting." Yeah. And at that time, I didn't even know who Elvis Presley was, of course, at that point.
Are you there now, Ryan?
Yeah.
What's up, zombie?
Just butt in there and interrupt me, man. I don't mind. You want to say something? I'll shut up. How you doing, zombie?
What's up, Ryan?
Not much. I already told you what happened with me, so my answer to YouTube.
I think I know.
Well, that's my answer to pretty much freaking everything.
So I won't be coming back to the stupid fucking platform. All I'm going to say is, don't talk about Trump. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, you're right. You can't. Now, isn't that weird? What they say is, well, we own the company. It's our rules. And it is their house. But I wished it was more like a newspaper or...
Yeah, but here's the thing, see? Tasha's already seen it. I'm not going to mention about it, but basically I had emails from Google saying I got shut down for violating their policies.
Right.
Now, it's bullshit if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently I violated their policies. What about these fucking grow streams then in fucking Thailand and all that? Oh, drop me 20. I'll give you 4,500 watch hours. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. I wish.
And you got channels out there who use flipping bots to gain them subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
But they won't do fuck all about them. Cut a long story short, all.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
Cut a long story short, all. I got shut down. That's all I'm going to say. Don't ask me to come back to YouTube. I've officially walked away. I've already spoke to Tash earlier, but I've got shut down directly by YouTube. I'm not coming back to it. That's why I went like, that's my fucking answer to it.
What platforms you going to go to, Ryan?
I'm on Discord at the moment. I like Discord.
I've been there.
You can have fun over there.
I met a girl that streams the other day, and she's going to some event in Kentucky, in this political event, and she gave me sitting there telling me a whole list of platforms. And it was like 10 or 15, and I said, "Wow!" I said, "I'm on Rumble, but I don't have many viewers on Rumble." Matter of fact, I was on Rumble today, and I did a comment, first time in a while, on somebody's video. And my lives actually, I got it hooked up. Actually, I thought I unhooked it. But my lives actually go over to Rumble when I stream one on YouTube. But
yeah,
it's YouTube. YouTube used to be good in the old days, but they have really got bizarre last few years.
But anyway, change the subject. It's taking a piss, but how's everybody doing?
Doing good. I am.
You know me, same old, Ryan.
Yeah, grumpy bitch, more like, innit?
Came
Lord.
I was wondering, Ryan, where you went to. I didn't know what happened to you. I was wondering where you were.
No, basically, cut long story short, Wayne,
Sorry to hear that, man.
no, I know, 8 times I appealed against it, and they just said no, no, no. I showed Tasha earlier on, this afternoon, photos of directly come from Google saying I violated their policies.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, they don't have free speech on YouTube. I mean, they don't. I mean, even if you mention COVID and they find and some little weenie out in Silicon Valley sees it, or in the Google headquarters, or the algorithm sees it, or whatever, boom. And I mean, people they don't have that many people. I don't think watching it because they can't be that big, but they have that algorithm that catches things, and then they do what they call hands on, get their eyes on it. And once that flag goes up and a person actually looks at it, almost like the government does. A lot of things they do automated, but if something happens, a flag pops up, a government employee will actually look at it.
Oh yeah, big time.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's too anti-woke. I believe in freedom of speech, but I'm not going to bring anything like that. But that's what basically happened to me for the last, I think, 2 weeks. I was trying to fight to get my channel back. They said no, no, and no.
Wow.
So I ain't coming back. I'm limiting myself. I'm not even going to be on people's panels. I go on Tasha's because I talk to Tasha 24/7, and that's it.
Gotcha.
Well, you know, I don't sugarcoat anything, and I've always kept everything 100% with everybody. And as far as I'm concerned, if you don't like brutal honesty, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
Hi, Crazy
exactly.
Hillbilly, how's it going?
CH, what's happening?
Hey, Crazy Hillbilly.
But yeah, that's
just the
basically
way I
happened
am.
with me.
Hey, Vandal, how's it going?
Sorry to hear that,
Vandal,
Ryan.
what's happening?
Howdy,
Don't
Vandal.
worry about it, Wayne.
All good vibes. Good to see you, Vandal. Vandal the Land. Got some cool names in this YouTube community.
Yeah, I've known Vandal for quite a while. I forget whose stream I seen him in.
Mm-hmm.
But I've subbed to him for way before I was even going live.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, we missed you, Ryan. Good having you on, talking to you.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, I'm just limiting myself now after what happened that last week.
Right.
I was like, oh, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I remember Tasha
Got my
mentioning
honest
something
opinion.
about your channel being gone or something. I recall it.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on because we were talking about something, and I'm like, where the heck is Ryan? So I went and looked, and his channel was gone. That's when I emailed him to make sure he was okay.
Yeah.
Tosh, you know what bugs me the most on YouTube? Now, they said freedom of speech is not on there, right? The whole thing is what I got a problem with is all the things that are going on in YouTube, not doing nothing about it. That's what I can't understand. Things that are going on are really bad stuff, and then nothing is going on, nothing's doing, nothing is stopping it. You know?
Yeah, they have an agenda.
They pick on Ryan and they don't do nothing about anything else. What is with that?
It's true.
You know what? Have I still got it saved on the computer's hard drive? Let's have a look here. Bring that over.
You know what it reminds me of? And I say this occasionally, I haven't probably to you all. We're in the equivalent of age of now of a book burning and have been for several years on social media. Basically, they're book burning. And which is an old phrase.
Yeah.
Doing away with history, not saying this, that, and the other because it's not politically correct. I hate politically correct crap. I mean, I just don't talk about it on YouTube. But,
well, that's why I do my best to keep the political stuff out of it. I mean, granted, I joke around here and there or
Me
whatever.
too.
But as far as getting down into the nitty gritty of talking about it, I don't want to talk about it because two things that people have a problem with. One's politics, the other's religion.
Yeah.
No matter which side of it, people are going to get their panties in a bunch and have a problem with it. That's why I try to avoid it. Not that I would, I am a Christian, but doesn't mean, like if I go to, certain things like a, religion channel or, that does sermons, on Sundays or Wednesdays or whatever, then then I don't have a problem with it. I just don't bring it in here because too many people, they don't have thick skin is the problem, Vandal.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, the past 2 weeks, I've had people begging me to come into these grow streams. Drop $100 and you can get 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs.
Wow.
Okay, well that if you go through and you read community guidelines, that's a violation. Oh, you want me to bring that up, Ryan?
Yeah, just for those wondering, Tash has already seen this. This is the first thing that I had sent to my email. Thank you for contacting us about restoring access to your Google account. Google will review your appeal. This is when I was appealing against it. As soon most requests 2 days, blah blah blah. The list goes on. I thought, right, okay, I'll go check that out. And then where's the other one? Give me a minute. I'll go get the other one.
It's a shame. I'm gonna check out. Actually, I got a person I know in real. He's a friend. He's on not only on Rumble, he's on Discord. I went to Discord and created 2 or 3 channels, and I ended up deleting them. I didn't, get them going.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Vandal. Have you been shut down multiple times?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. I do have thick skin, but I don't know who's doing it. But let me tell you something. I know people. That's all I'm gonna say.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right, should I share that one now?
Oh, they definitely have even the algorithm set up to their their whatever their agenda.
And this is after the appeal,
whatever they want to go.
Thank you for contacting us about your disabled Google account. Unfortunately, your account access cannot be restored. Our review found that it was used in a way to violate Google's policies. So that just be careful what you say on your. That's all I'm gonna say. Word of warning.
Even if you say the facts on here, they can still do it. That's the thing.
It's just like Facebook. You could share a link that you shared 10 times in the past 10 years, and then one day you go to share it, and it says it violates community standards or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Vandal, you're good. I'm just trying to explain. That's all. I'm not. I last week I let it get to me, but this week I ain't coming back. I've decided. So every time I try and come back.
Lyndon, Chuck, how you doing?
Hello, Life with Lyndon, Chuck. Good to see you.
Hey,
I can't
Tasha,
occasionally jump in their streams.
Judy May's video. Did you see it?
Yeah. Did she put up a new one since
I haven't seen that one.
The last one?
She was in the hospital last time I knew. I seen that one today.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah. That one I watched the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had a video about the lung capacity thing. That thing does work. I actually left a comment. I got one back there when I had pneumonia back in 2005. They had to do a thoracic surgery on me. Open my ribs up.
How you doing, Chuck? Pretty sure it's normally Chuck, but it could be Blenda. But how are you guys doing either way? What are you all grumbling about over there with the man?
You're a good vandal.
Welcome to life.
I like your AC/DC stuff there, Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I love it. I picked it up from the internet. So that's definitely my computer background screen. But yeah, the one you can't see on here, I have got another one on here somewhere. My father got me into this band, and
I watched their
love 'em.
history on YouTube quite a bit, researched it. And
Hi, Lady Wolverine. How you doing?
howdy, Lady Wolverine.
She left you unsupervised, huh, Chuck?
I told you I was gonna yawn, didn't I? Got me yawn at his dead one.
Vandal,
I
really?
I try to watch Life with Linda and Chuck when they're doing live. A few others too, and of course you,
Yeah.
Great Farmer. Occasionally Wayne, I'll jump in there and say hello.
Oh, that one doesn't come out very well, but basically says remembering Bon Scott, the lead singer.
Oh yeah.
Put the brick
Yeah,
on.
the flames are awesome, though.
Oh, Brian
yeah,
Brian did well though over the years.
Oh, Lady Wolverine.
Not many people can step in a band and continue. It usually collapses, but it did work out.
And for my last time, because I was talking to Shane, this one's for you. Because I haven't seen him for bloody ages. It's supposed to be the Canadian flag, but it's the redness on that screen. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I see it. Mm.
There we go. You can see it ish.
Almost looks like the Knights Templar there for a minute.
Oh, wait a minute, I got something. You mean this?
Good to see you, Lady Wolverine. Appreciate you dropping in.
Let's put my other one back on.
Well, Shane's supposed to be here tonight, but I think he passed out because his cousin Eric showed up and they're having
Ryan, you mean this?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
I have to be careful because this is Tasha's stream, and if I ain't careful and control myself, I'll end up carrying on a conversation with the side chat. So I kind of keep that pushed back a little bit. It's her stream, not mine. That's what I mean. Respect. I'm so used to talking to them. It seems weird. You do let us though, Tasha. So I appreciate that.
I told you before. I don't care, Elliot. It doesn't bother me.
Most would care.
I know a lot of people think it does, but if people are having a conversation, I'll just do what I do and I'll pay more attention to the chat and let you guys talk about what you're talking about. It's no big deal.
Good, now yawn while you talk, all right?
Yeah,
hey, I haven't yawned yet, Wayne.
I did a couple of times because of you, because of earlier.
See, now you're going to get me yawning because you're talking about it. That's mine and Wayne's thing is yawns all the time.
Be right back, guys. I got to get some water.
I'll yawn right now for 1 or 2.
Hang on.
Can you do live streams on Discord, Ryan?
Well, you can. Fuck, let me adjust this bloody mic. Give me a minute. Yes, you can. Yeah, you not live streams, but doing like panels like we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can like share screens, but it won't be live. It'll be live through Discord.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I like having people up on the panel myself. I'm not very entertaining when it's just me.
No, I agree there.
Well, when it's just me, I just want to put my avatar up, blare some music, and sit and have a conversation and chat. But then I'm like, well, I'm not a very good host.
I'm back.
There he is. He's lying. He's gone to get his moonshine.
cough drops, and I do have some vodka in there. 10 times, 6 times distilled, I think. I don't drink much anymore. Like I used to drink a lot when I was younger. But I worked, of course, every day.
You got to see how he's laying right now. Hang on.
Is that Remy?
Yeah. Dog, cats are a trip.
I'm gonna have to kick Shane's butt. That's all there is to it. Oh, excuse me.
I know those times, when Shane comes on their panel and his audio goes in and out. God, I hate that because I can't hear exactly what he says sometimes. It'll stutter.
That's Canadian internet for you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to make it out, and all of a sudden words disappear.
Why you always lying?
Oh, God, I hate that song.
Why you always lying?
I seen that on YouTube, the original guy doing it. I said, oh, my God.
Well, the original's from TikTok, honestly.
Oh, okay.
That's where it came from.
Oh, maybe where I seen it. I can't remember. But,
You know that song, no, you?
what's one of those songs that stays in your head and drive you crazy?
Oh, God, yeah. I'm the one who sent Tasha the MP3 file.
Oh, Lord.
It for her.
Your fault, huh?
Well, first time I seen it was with Ryan on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I just fell in love with it. So I'd constantly I'd get Shane all the time. He'd start talking about something and I'd play it.
I understand,
just
Warrior.
Busting his ass.
Oh, yeah.
And then Ryan
don't do it too much don't do it too much when I'm here. One time's enough. Oh. I'm an old rock and roll person.
Well, that's got a rock and roll beat to it.
Yeah, but it's usually artificial drums, though. And I can tell the difference in real drums and real guitars. And I don't like what to call them. I had a roommate here years ago. He called it canned music, like canning, but with the ED. Yeah. And I remember in the 80s, you'd go to little sports bars in Gwinnett County here, and they would have 2 and 3 piece bands. That was the early days of it. And they'd have the drums playing, but yet there was no drummer there. And it actually sounded okay, to dance with. But years later, when it got like that, I quit listening. I don't listen to stuff. I listen to the old stuff. Country, rock, blues.
I tell you what had a powerful voice. Came up on my Spotify, Jim Morrison, The Doors.
Oh, yeah.
What a hell of a powerful voice. Part of the 27 Club, but fucking hell. You swear to God, he sounded like a black person, not being nasty.
He had an interaction with the audience. He could draw them in with his way he behaved. He was really good at it. It basically just almost puts you like in a trance. And you got to realize, a lot of people don't realize this. The Doors was one of the few, and probably the only band that was dark back in the day when all music was sunshine and love and peace, remember? But the Doors played darker music when you look back on it.
Yep.
And it's kind of strange that they did, but I loved them. Their music was good. I still listen to their stuff. One of my favorite ones, I won't go there, Gloria. Well, I love that song, man. Whoa. Crank that up. My daughter remembers me playing it loud in the house years ago when she was a kid. You know the words of that, Wayne. I know you do. But
I probably do as well because I listen to them a lot.
Yeah. Hair, legs. That's all I'll say. I'll behave. Oh. Yeah,
well,
it felt good to be back.
Nightbot wouldn't have let me slap myself. What the hell's up with that?
I should slap Wayne with a slimy squid. Where's Bob tonight? Is he okay? You heard from him? Anybody heard from Bob?
I haven't talked to him today.
I know there for a while he's getting, every week he's having an issue. I hadn't called him and talked with him in a few weeks. What? I got to reschedule. Apparently, I'm going to have to schedule an MRI. Lady called me the other day, says, well, our technician comes in and they say they fix our MRI, but when we try to use it, it won't work. And I said, they tell you it works and it don't? And she goes, yeah. She said, we have other locations. And actually, they have a location near my surgeon. And so I may have to, was it Monday or Tuesday? I'm going to call and probably schedule one.
Yeah.
Get that done. Brian, Brutal Bob told me to tell you hi. What Matt says. Slap Wayne again.
Damn it, Wayne.
I can hear you.
What's wrong with him tonight?
She started earlier.
What you been smoking, man?
Nothing. I'm minding my own business all night until she started in my stream. Yeah, follow me over there. Nothing.
Yeah, I was over there for hour or so. And all I kept doing was yawn and yawn and yawn.
I'm gonna start doing it in a minute now. I can feel
On
it.
his stream, Tasha.
Yeah, and Wayne.
Once someone starts, I start.
Yeah, me too. Dogs will do it sometime.
So I guess we're all just going to be sitting here fucking yawning then.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try to avoid it. If I do, I'll cut the camera off and you won't see me.
Oh yeah, I could sleep for frickin' 5 weeks straight and I'd still get up and yawn.
Mm-hmm.
There's no scientific proof as to why we yawn. There's just theories. As we're tired, or the brain needs oxygen, or boredom, or just because somebody else does it, we yawn. That's the most logical explanation, but there is no scientific proof as to why we yawn. Because I've looked it up a couple of times.
Yep.
It's Wayne's fault. We're just blaming Wayne.
No, I blame you. You started it all on my stream.
Hiya, Brutal Bob.
Wasn't yawning at all until you started it.
Oh, he's here. Okay. We were just talking about you. I was asking about you. Wonder why you wasn't in here.
Now Robbie's yawning.
How you doing, Bob? You getting any better?
What's the matter, Ron? You yawning now?
I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to just read the chat.
Yep.
And talk.
Hey, Ruler Bob.
Oh, Wayne's fault. For God's sake. Fucking hell.
It is horrible to go into a panel. I've never had nobody do that on a panel I've ever had.
What, yawn?
No. Oh, no. We talk so much and to pull the panel in, I've never noticed it.
Well, you should notice it in here. I always yawn, like every single night. I yawn.
Yeah.
It isn't boredom. I don't know. And it normally, like about 7:30 is when I start yawning. And then it just continuous. Like right now I'm fighting yawning, so we made Robbie yawn.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie. How you doing tonight, Brutal Bob? Wayne had to leave and go yawn, see, and he's still laughing about it.
I keep wondering what kind. Oh, I see. He's got looks like a towel wrapped on that back part of that chair.
I've got one around mine as well, just to protect the leather.
Yeah. I used to have a good one back in I think '98. I can't remember the name of it now. It was like $275, and I gave $200 for it. And it was a manager chair cloth, nice lifetime warranty. I called them years ago, and I had a receipt, but it faded. But I still have. I found the original tag on it the other day. They told me they would send me one, comparable to it with a lifetime warranty if I sent the paperwork in, and I never did. But I'm gonna get out of this thing. I mentioned this before in the chat. This stool is going. I'm gonna lower this bench, and I'm gonna sit back and relax like you all. Then I might could go, maybe hop in and out of a 30-hour chat from time to time. I'll try to hop in.
I forgot
anyway.
to tell you, Tasha. I had an email from the mobile phone company. My new iPhone is arriving on Monday.
Awesome.
I had to pre-order it, see.
I figured you'd have had it already.
Nope, still haven't had it. Because they're very popular over here in the UK, and when you got to pre-order shit like hell. And if you don't pre-order it, you're not going to get it for months.
Wow.
Hey, Elliot, is that Reagan's picture you have in there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought it was him.
That's my political statement. Actually, you're the only one to actually say anything about it.
Yeah.
I can't say anything, so I'm in YouTube jail.
We can't let Tasha's go down.
Well,
But yeah, I can put that in there. It's there. It's a
If
37-cent
happens,
USA.
then I'm just gonna create an OnlyFans account and then most of y'all good people won't see me. So.
can I ask you a question? When you go to that 36 live stream, right? How many times you yawn in that stream?
God. Oh,
Tasha, how many times you yawn in that stream?
I don't
Probably
know.
don't
Why don't you
count.
go back and watch the 24-hour and see how many times I yawn.
I come in here and I'll yawn like 5
Yeah,
times.
Wayne, go ahead. Jeez.
I'll come in real late in the morning and I'll give a big yawn to you and make everybody yawn and I'll leave.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
You
Wayne's
were trying
got
to
it
liven
anyway.
your panel up, right, Wayne, and she starts yawning. I'll go back and watch that just to
That
see.
was a fake one. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, it'll be a real one. I can throw it. Yeah, I'll go in that 36 live stream and get even Shane yawning. I'll leave
Well,
them all
you better
yawning.
be coming into 36-hour live. I'm not
I have
saying you
never-
got to stay there for all 36 hours, but you got to pop in and out.
I'll yawn a lot and I'll come
I've
in,
never
right?
popped in and out of any even 6 and 8 hour streams
I'll yawn
in
them.
my community.
I'll
But
yawn.
I'll pop in and out of yours when you and Shane do it.
I'll leave a yawn to you, right? Get you yawning. I'll get here when Shane yawn and I'll leave.
Well, see, you should just make a song of yawns.
No,
I'm trying to ignore that word.
I'm not. I can do it anytime. But I won't. I can
No,
control
you
it.
just need to make a song about yawns.
Nope.
See, and then we'll all be yawning.
I'll
Hello,
make a
Mother
video.
N.
I'll play it on your channel, and then you can all yawn.
Yeah, so I told you I emailed Twizzler, right? Or Hershey's. So I gotta send them an email to this other link. And give them my proposal about sponsorship.
I see why Ryan's hiding his face yawning.
Jeez. Those YouTube notifications are loud. And I got this mic a little hot. Makes it worse. Yeah, I've got a leather chair in there.
Shane,
Another room.
or Wayne, you know what I need? I need a shirt of Shane yawning. That can be one of my Halloween costumes.
That'd be a good one.
I never seen him yawn, so how are you gonna do that?
I don't know. There's apps you can use to make them sing.
I don't know. Maybe Ryan.
Who was that you, Ryan, that was putting Shane's face up all the time, or was that who was doing that back then?
Ryan.
That was me.
Okay, I was thinking it was. Yeah. I hadn't seen that lately. Put that face on a shirt.
Yes, the one that's with his hands like this.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would make an awesome shirt.
Mm-hmm. Warrior's Heart says I can't stop yawning. I haven't did it yet.
I'll give it time.
This one will be good.
Robbie, I always need a nap.
There you go.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember you
That's
doing that
Shane.
stream.
See the background?
Because he's scared of clowns, right? Is that? I remember that.
Hey, that's the type of face. Mom got me hair that looks like that.
See, there's Shane.
Yeah, there.
See, he's snowing on him. See him?
Mm.
See?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's snowing on Shane.
Brutal Bob.
It's Tasha, your chest isn't big enough. That's a good one, Bob.
You can have that picture with snowing on him. You want that?
Wish we had some video of that wind blowing him over in that ditch. That would have been cool. Woof.
Yeah, I know. That would have been hilarious.
Boy, that would have made, he might have went viral on that.
What would have made it even funnier is the one video Ryan put up with this dude getting dragged across the yard with the push mower.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Shane's body hanging on the handle with one
Yeah.
hand and his phone up like this with the other.
Did you
And
know I
just
can,
dragging him across.
do you know I can put someone in a lake of water? A picture of someone standing in a lake of water, like they're over their head.
Rebecca Touched by Yarn is with us. Good to
Hope
see you,
you feel
Rebecca.
better, Miss Rebecca. Sorry that you're not feeling good.
Huh.
I've been on antibiotics trying to clear my chest. I was supposed to do an x-ray now. I think I've been 6 weeks now. It's just in the car on my visor, and I haven't even did it yet.
Mom, I don't know where Shane is. Probably passed out on the floor somewhere.
Probably yawning.
Well, I don't know. Tomorrow is the Canadian Thanksgiving, it's called. So I might be helping Crystal get stuff ready for that. Crystal's cooking tomorrow, and then
All right, now.
Still playing.
and then Sunday, Shane's mom's cooking. Thanks, Ryan. I
Nobody.
feel another yawn coming on.
All right, stop
I'm
this.
saying.
I won't yawn. I refuse to.
No, that was me actually doing it. That wasn't the sound.
No, I thought you were pretending for a minute.
No, I actually was.
Okay. But now they're coming on Tasha's channel yawning.
I'm just gonna do this.
Oh boy. Brutal Bob, what would have been funnier is Shane being blown into the ditch and his phone was in the road. Hell on. That's what, yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be good, Brutal Bob, because then I couldn't talk to him.
I mean, it might have been a viral video if he had his phone on when that happened. Absolutely, might have been. You just don't know. Odd things like that grab an audience out there sometimes. My brother always says I have unusual humor. I have dark humor. I'm not. I won't laugh at certain jokes, but I'll do dark humor.
Now she's gonna yawn. Watch.
My eyes are watering from laughing, and then they
Yeah,
get
okay.
yawning, and then it makes my eyes water even more.
Let me see. Why I'm sleeping with my dog holding him close to me while I fall asleep on my 36-hour live stream, rubbing your eyes and yawning and falling asleep on the 36-hour live stream.
Yeah, that's what he said, Brittle Bob. That's what would have been so good if that phone had been turned on. You probably would have seen the sky. You don't know what we would have seen. That would have been something. Been good if it caught him. I've never had wind. I've been some strong winds, like I said, a time or two, but never been blown over. That would feel weird, though, something like that, and it pick you up, and there you are flying like Superman with your phone in your hand. Hey! Oh, God. It would be something else. and a cow next to you. That would be worse. Or a horse.
See now Google brings up something else that if the brain's temperature gets too far outside the norm, inhaling air can help cool it down. Another reason you may yawn is because the body wants to wake itself up.
Wow.
The motion helps stretch the lungs.
Oh, joke on the water. Oh. The body wants to wake itself up. Gee.
And then it says, why do we cry when we yawn? Yawning often increases the secretion of tears because of muscular tension on the glands, which may simultaneously dam up the drainage system.
Where is that cat coming from? Sorry.
My house.
Oh. Cat's mad.
She's in heat. She ain't mad. She's in heat.
Oh boy. Put her outside and let her go. Put her on the road. Put her on what's called 10th Street. Used to have a place here in Atlanta called Stewart Avenue back in the 80s. It was known for hookers and everything else on Stewart Avenue. It got so bad over the decades, they changed the name of the road. I'd never been there, but my roommate one time used to talk about it back in the 80s. And I go, Stewart Avenue. I go, what's up there? And he said, hookers and everything else, man. Drugs. And I said, oh, my God.
Chris, if I want that, all I need to go down this Albany Street in Schenectady if I want a hooker. Ain't that far away.
Mm.
But you get a hooker, you're going to end up with more than just that. Probably end up with something to melt your damn flesh off.
Yeah.
Well, Brutal Bob, now if a horse and buggy ran over Shane's phone, then that would have made it even more funny. Yeah, I know she sounds like Jeffrey's cat.
It was a time in my day I'd get on tequila, and man, I would be wild when I get on tequila when I was younger. Whoa.
Yeah, we're not even going to talk about the things I've done drinking tequila. We'll just keep that out of it.
I went on one almost all night long shots on that stuff one night. Nothing else. Just kept doing it. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about booze.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story about me and tequila. My friend that was in my car, I got in a car accident. Her kneecap got shattered, so she won her case and everything. So she's like, come on, we're going to go to the bar. So I went to the bar down in Albany. And she's like, oh, what do you want to drink? And I'm like, oh, I'll just drink Sex on the Beach, right?
All day.
So we were there for like maybe an hour. Next thing I know, they have these big boxes with stripper poles on them.
Mm-hmm.
So next thing I know, I'm up on the frickin' box dancing on the stripper pole. Next thing I know, I'm like dragging myself down the stairs, and I end up throwing up all over this one dude's car.
Ooh.
But and she's like, "Why are you so sick?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "We've only been here an hour," and she's like, "You need to go home." And I said, "Oh." I said, "That's because the bartender and I were doing double shots of freaking Jose Cuervo."
Wow. Oh,
We
yeah.
killed the whole bottle together
Mhm.
and the bartender.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's like probably 20, 25 people standing all around this box while I was dancing on the stripper pole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not drinking tequila in the bar anymore.
It can make you do crazy stuff. I know that.
Well, as the song says, tequila makes your clothes
Your
fall off.
clothes come off. Yeah.
And like that
Does me
karaoke
now.
song.
Huh?
And it's like that karaoke song. I'm putting it up. Hang on. Why am I typing in Tasha? I'm supposed to be typing in tequila.
I have to be quiet. My stories are so crazy too that I don't want to say them or tell them at all.
Oh, I got some doozies.
Crazy stuff going to like go downtown to Manuel's Tavern where politicians used to go. I think 1990. I went with my roommate and he goes, "We're going home," and I'm on shots and I don't even know anybody in that bar. And I go, well, actually I did. I met a guy I was in sales with a few years later. A nightclub and got stuck. Had to call somebody
Tequila.
to come and get me.
Yep, you got it. It's basically a 2-minute track.
Tequila will to kill you.
Tequila, yep.
I can't drink scotch, and bourbon makes. I did dark liquor back when I was about 21, and it made me insane. I can do screwdrivers, I can do gin, but I get on dark liquor. It's a whole different story back when I was younger. And next day I'd almost shake like, Jack Daniels and stuff. But if I do vodka, I'm okay. I don't have much of a hangover. I'm able to function. But put me on that dark liquor, whoa, man.
No,
Hey, back when... Go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say, I used to be a big drinker myself, but I've cut right back. Because I used to get into stupid states, and I mean really fucked up situations, and that's why. I mean, yeah, I am give it up, but I still drink, but occasionally, now and again, like not all the time.
I drink.
I
I was still going out in the neighborhood sports bar that had a live band all the way up to 2008. And my friend at 45 years old passed away with liver failure. And I slowed down and for several years I didn't go that much anymore. And the bar me and him hung out, I quit going. Hadn't been in there since 2010. So I went, I think, a year or two after he died a few times. And a matter of fact, the lady that cuts my hair asked me the other day, says, "You going over to Dillon's?" And I said, "I haven't been in there since 2010. I said, "Long time since Mike passed away."
Robbie,
I call
if you're
him
gonna
up.
do that, why not just make a boiler maker?
Now, this guy, we became friends later, not many years before 2008, around 2004, I think. And he always would take a water bottle and he'd pour it half water and half vodka, and he put it in his sport coat pocket. And back then, I worked and I wore sport coats and sometimes suits and ties. And he would go in a bar, and originally when we went there, and he'd take a drink of that water. And one day I went in there, and the girl says, "Elliot," I said, "What?" She said, "Why the hell didn't you tell us that he was drinking his own booze?" And I says, "Well, I didn't know it. I didn't originally." She said, "He was so bad the other night, he was standing on the dance floor up on the carpet with a band playing, just standing there staring." And I says, "Oh man, I wasn't there. Apparently I'd left." And And I said, yeah, it's vodka in it. I said, but I didn't know it till, it took me, I think I knew it about a day before that or something. And I said, oh, wow. And everywhere you go, just take a swig of water.
My
Yeah.
senior year, I used to bring 4 bottles of screwdrivers to school,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to drink them. We used to drink all 4 of them from the school to where vocational school was, which is basically, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes away. And there was 3 of us, and we drink all 4 of those before we got there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you mean he took vodka and water in the bar, drank it?
Who? What do you mean?
Your friend, you said you took water and vodka.
Yeah. He take a water bottle. That way you can put it in your coat, and everybody thinks he's drinking water all day, and he's not. He would mix it half and half.
Oh my God!
And we're talking about strong. My friend was just said that he was. Now I went with him. He bought 2 of the big giant bottles, cheapest you could get of vodka. She said he was going through 4 of those a week, and I said I didn't believe that. I think he was going through maybe 2 bottles a week. The large bottles of vodka. But I was pretty bad too. Most time in a bar, he didn't drink much. I was a fast drinker. You get me in a bar, and I'll sit there and knock out 4 or 5 beers, then I'll go to screwdrivers, then I'll go to tequila, then I'll go to schnapps, and I'll even do wine sometimes. I mean, I just do everything, and I don't get sick.
I'd be hugging the porcelain god.
Mm-hmm. Do what now?
I'd be hugging the porcelain god, the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
If I drink I used to drink a lot. I used to drink before I quit drinking because I would get mean and nasty, but I used to drink a big bottle, the big bottles of Captain Morgan a day.
Mm-hmm.
To tell you how expensive my habit was. And those, are like $25 bottles. And I drink it a day.
Wow. I've never
I'd
had
come
that.
home from work and I'd drink a whole bottle, go to bed, sleep a couple hours, get back up and go to work.
I never drank rum. Now, Bob mentioned black Russian. I know people drink white Russians. Ladies I knew would drink white Russians. I used to drink, what do they call it, Quaaludes?
Yeah.
A drink shot. Yeah, kind of creamy, milky, little chocolate looking. I used to do those shots. Hawaiian shooters. One I can't say on here. When I first heard it in the bar, there's several I don't want to say on here. Back in the 90s.
Like orgasms, blowjobs, screwdrivers, slippery nipple. They're all drinks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember back, I was married for 9 years, and I started going to where I lived. I started going to wasn't a sports bar, but mostly they had a jukebox. They played loud music, speakers everywhere. I went in there like 11 o'clock one night or 12. I got off work, and I remember Dirty Laundry was playing by Don Henley, and I still think of that to this day. And I remember going there a few weeks, and I never really did nightclub life or bar life, and back then they had those. Remember the drinks where they were on fire that you light up? I forget what they're called.
Makers.
Is that what? And they actually outlawed them. They couldn't make them. They wouldn't do them after that. Sometime in the mid '80s, they stopped it. But I recall that at night, a bunch of people sitting there drinking with flames on them. I'm like, wow, that is a trip.
Because most people don't blow the flames out, or they forget to blow them out.
Yeah.
So they end up scorching their face.
Yeah.
So
I did peaches and cream, peach schnapps, blueberry schnapps. I didn't like peppermint. That was my first schnapps. So a waitress brought me one night, and I says, "No, I don't like peppermint. Even though I would do peppermint candy." I said, "I just can't drink peppermint like that."
Hey, squirrel. Boom, boom, boom. General mountain goat squirrel. No, I'm joking. That's Wayne's fault.
Peach schnapps and orange juice. Like, I could just drink peach schnapps mixed with orange juice.
That's Infinite's fault.
Warrior's Heart says Captain Morgan put him in the hospital, drank for 2 days straight without. Wow.
Oh, talking about that Captain Morgan's, the last one I tried out of that wasn't the Captain Morgan's. It was spiced rum, made by Captain Morgan's. Me and my friend, I haven't spoke to her for years now. We just sit in the bar, just knocking them back. I don't know how she kept going. I was passed out.
No, I'm not yawning.
You're good. I might yawn.
Go right ahead.
I try not to, Wayne.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're the yawning queen of this channel.
I read an article years ago.
Not mine.
It kind of was a history article, and it said the 1980s was virtually a decade where everybody was drunk in the United States. Parties, bars, from the East Coast, they said, to the West Coast. People were just drinking like mad. And I agree. Every bar I went into in the 80s was packed out on Thursday night, Friday packed out. Nightclubs on Saturday. The regular neighborhood bar was a little slower on Saturday sometimes. Sunday during the day, crowded. You couldn't hardly walk. And even during the week at night, like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, the place was packed to the max.
I mean, nowadays, where you got these nightclubs, because I used to work in a couple of them and stuff, the vibe isn't the same anymore. It's all about taking cocaine, taking LSD, taking the drugs just to feel vibe and the music.
Wow.
And that's the way the nightclubs are nowadays. Or maybe spike someone or something like that, because I've been spiked plenty of times when I've been in the nightclubs.
I heard of that. I've never had that happen.
Oh, I've been slipped in Mickey before.
And, that's why I hardly go out anymore.
Yeah, Bob, that's right. Fuzzy navel. I remember hearing that. I probably drank one back in the day.
Well, see, like when I was little, well, not little, but when I was younger, a kid, and I'd get super sick or have a high fever, Mom would give me a little bit of blackberry brandy, and like about like this much in a cup, and she'd tell me to drink it, and that makes your body feel super hot. So she'd do that, and then dress in warm pajamas and stuff, and then just start sweating. Hey, Pixel Chick, how's it going?
Hey, Pixel Chick. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. See you all. I didn't even know I was going to stream tonight. That swim today was different. It's been a long time since I've been in the pool. I did it carefully. I used to just jump in there and laps and everything else. Tread water. I think it was about a year.
Chick, wasn't that supposed to be a Garden State Gardener shirt?
Cool. I'm still debating where to put my guns back in my name. The only reason I took it out, politically. The word.
I'm saying both. I'm saying nothing.
But that was part of my name. Then I thought I was going to do Gunz, like that. But I've never got, So.
Go ahead, Billy.
Oh, I'm through. Go ahead. I was just reading the side chat.
I was going to say, because I think it was back in 2018, 2017, or maybe 2016. That's when Google said, "Oh, you can't have emojis in your channel name." What I was thinking for you, AR 1776, and then some emojis like a gun emoji or something like that. But you can't post emojis on your channel.
I've never had any problems with it though. Yeah, I've heard of those trusts, Bob. I'm in the South. We just buy guns and the hell with it. Excuse my language. Yeah. Now I hear though, if you buy two, supposedly, they come and knock on your door. That's fine. They ain't gonna come in. They're gonna get off my property quick. I won't talk to them. But I heard about that here a few weeks ago. I said, "Oh my God!" I mean, buy 2 more guns, you end up sending a flag up to the ATF. So anyway, don't get me started on that.
Like Elon Musk, innit? Making robots with machine guns on them.
I hope he straightens Twitter out. I wish he'd buy YouTube. That'd be a good one. Set it free.
I'm not going to get into that, but my saying, I'm just going to be open with it. Google's not going to sell out. If you want my honest opinion, they're making so much from it. The CEOs are literally sitting down like Wayne right now, putting their feet up and getting paid billions.
Like Wayne,
Oh, I can do that. I'll be set for life. No.
Yeah, I have all my guns.
But
let me sit like this and make billions.
Mm-hmm. Down here, we just typically just pass them to the family. Yeah, nobody ever says anything.
But
guns,
I'm glad you brought Musk up. He has bought it. He bought it out Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
He went to court, and he's paid $44 million for it. 52 something dollar a share.
Okay. I hope he puts people in there that's really good and get all the bad ones out of there. I do Twitter. I've got Twitter. I don't do every time I open Facebook up. I'll tell you exactly what happens when I open Facebook up. I end up seeing my family. I have granddaughters, and I see stuff I don't want to see. It blows my mind, even me. And I've know a lot of stuff, and I've been in a lot of situations. And I'll look at it and go, "Oh my God!" And I'll close the entire thing out and I'll quit. I just don't. I don't even want to know what my family does and says. I mean, because it's just too far out for me.
So Ryan, who owns YouTube anyway?
Google.
So Google
Susan Wojcik is just the chief executive officer. She's in. So if, for example, if the two owners, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, come in and say to her, "Right, you got to make changes," she's got to listen. She can't override them two. She overrides them two. Right, out you go. So she just runs YouTube. Now, if them two, let's say, I don't know, they go on holiday together or something, she can take over and say, "Right, I'm running YouTube." She still runs YouTube. But
she got yelled at in Congress.
I heard something about that, yeah.
They're threatening to shut this off if they say they don't straighten it out.
I mean, I've been shut down on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. The list goes on.
Talking politics, Ryan.
Yeah,
usually.
Yeah, basically.
I know it's a shame. It shouldn't be happening. I mean, we couldn't even talk about COVID. Remember, you had to be careful in the stream even about that. If you said anything supposedly to contradict the government,
Yeah. I agree. It's like over here right now. We have got another Maggie Thatcher.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It's gone from Boris Johnson to Liz Truss, who's just exactly Maggie. Good. She's hiring taxes. No, sorry, she's lowering taxes, which is a bad thing. It should be the opposite way. What's it? Lower taxes or something like that.
She's going to she's going to lower the tax rate, stimulate the economy is what she's going to do.
Yeah, and it's knackered us all. Now, the other dude who wanted to win, he wanted to do it the opposite way. Lower prices, higher taxes. Which would have been better for us because of what's happening with the electricity and the gas. And I'm not going to mention the dude's name, but that person in Europe has threatened the West to turn our internet off, go for the seabed internet cables and the satellites in space.
I haven't heard that part yet. Oh.
I'm sure I seen you on the internet. Oh, really? We have done nothing to you.
Yeah, I hate to say it, he's a psychopath, sociopath.
all of them are. I'm sorry, if you believe in war and fucking nukes, what's
Mhm.
that do? People in office, blah, 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 all talk. Have a good old flipping fist fight. Punch up, like boxing or something.
Hmm.
If you don't
Yeah,
like that person.
I believe eventually he'll be I'll say disposed of, but not deposed.
Hmm.
It's kind of weird that it's a shame, that Soviet Union fell apart and was headed toward freedom, and then wind up basically back in the same situation. Weird. But,
Have you seen Italy, though?
hmm,
You heard about Italy, haven't you?
tragedy.
They've literally got, let's just say, a far-right person. Fascists.
In Italy?
Yeah, a woman got in power.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And they're all saying that she's going to be Mussolini.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. I'll check her out and see what they're saying on that. Yeah, the left is calling the right so many weird things these days. So
I know. It's like we're not going forward in time. It's like we're going backwards.
Yeah.
We're going to have Hitler again. We're going to have flipping Roosevelt. We're going to have Churchill. We're going to have everything. Stalin.
They say history repeats itself.
I'm just gonna get a frickin' horse and buggy if they keep raising gas prices the way they are. Or I'll just throw a saddle on Remy and just ride him across town.
I didn't want to say this on when Shane was in the chat, but I've been reading that the battery cars have been blowing up with exposed to water in the hurricane. They've been exploding. Yeah, and I couldn't say that to Shane. I kept quiet about it. You'll probably see this. And I said, mind me of Shane because he's always talking about Tulsa. And I go, but that's what I read. They just boom, boom, right there. And I've read a few articles where, boy, he's talking about expensive, and it's always been that way. Expensive, man. Once those batteries go, and sometimes those batteries can short out right near at the warranty period, and there you are. Got to spend, I think, what, $15,000, something like that, 20. I can't remember the cost, but it's outrageous. But I thought Shane when I read that article.
I wind him up over Elon Musk, I do, just to see what he says.
I may mention it. I'll probably mention it next time. I go, what about those cars exploding? I've been reading about.
Pop, pop, boom. Pop, pop, boom.
I love gasoline. I'm a fossil fuel guy. What can I say? Yeah. I'm not that I'm a dinosaur, but still, just it works.
I feel like a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm. I think I said this on this stream before. Fossil fuels have saved more lives, the energy, than anything on this planet. It's kept people warm. It's kept people from freezing. It's kept people cooled in the heat, and it kept people alive in hospitals. Look what fossil fuels has done. It's remarkable. And now I'll get out of the politics. I'll shut up about that. But I had to say that one. Sorry, Tasha.
Pop, pop, boom.
Bob says all of our FDs are receiving special training. Spray water on them.
Pop, pop.
Yeah, the batteries he's talking about with the fire departments.
Yeah. Wow. Yes, I'll never buy one. I had a ex-girlfriend's son here years ago that come in with a partial battery car, and I looked at him and I said, what on earth are you doing with this? And he said, I bought it. And I go, why? You trying to save the planet or something? Some false dream, Yeah. Oh, boy.
No, my whole thing is they should have just left the cars the way they were back before all the electronic shit got involved.
Yeah, basically.
There's nothing wrong with those cars the way they were back then, except maybe the emissions part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I say if it's not broke, why fix it? But now they're trying to pass a law to force people to buy the battery operated cars.
I think it's not going the way the U.S. market is, Tasha, I don't think it's going to succeed. It's going to be a failure.
It's going to be a forced mandate in New York State and more than likely California.
Boy, it's a shame.
Because New York State's already working towards that law. And Mom and I already talked that if it comes to that, we're getting a horse and buggy.
They'll be out there pushing the cars down the street. And
Move out like Rush Limbaugh did. Leave the state. New York.
maybe they'll be
Well, see,
getting
New York
more-
State's like the plague. You can move out, but it always drags you back. Because I've moved out of the state 3 times. I lived in North Carolina, Florida, and Michigan, and look where I am.
Well, if the
And they've got
berries-
rats the size of your feet.
If the berries
They got
explode, they'll
big
push
ass
the
cockroaches.
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Lennon once said it's New York City is like ancient Rome. It's the center of the world. You know, like, not, don't quote me on that, but that's what he meant. It's where everything was happening. And then it's strange he lost his life there.
Where in New York?
Yeah. Yeah, he got
Well,
shot.
here's the thing,
1980.
see, because he was. I'm not calling him a peace activist. He was one, but he should have had security around him that day.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to, he was so cocooned with fame originally, and that's why he just wanted to walk and be normal. And I admire him for that, but it wound up getting him
Yeah,
killed.
yeah, I know. It wound up.
And they
most of
said, I
it,
read an
to be
article
honest.
once. He said he realized that if he stopped, signed an autograph, said hello, and kept walking, that people didn't seem to bother him. But you couldn't stop for long periods because then you start getting the mobs around you, you know.
Nah,
So he just keep
that's
walking.
correct. And Vandal, you're absolutely correct when it comes to stalking Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Google, any of these tech companies. Oof, thumbs up. Now the next one to go up is Apple, because they've just released the iPhone 4. Their stock is going to go right up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Grand Theft Auto, the video game, when that gets released, I don't know when it's going to get released. Their share prices are going to go up.
Yeah, it's crazy, Brutal Bob, forcing that stuff. It's going to end up, I think it's still going to backfire. They can force it all they want, but when everybody's raising hell and they don't have cars, it's going to be a different story. They're going for once, may start changing the way they vote. So
The way things are going, right? The Simpsons, the cartoon predicted something with electric cars. What happened if an EMP came out and they just literally stand and hen the cars with Homer Simpson and all that, and all the cars just stop in the middle of the road?
yeah, that would be something else.
Well, that would happen even if they weren't fully battery operated because of all the electronic stuff that takes for a car to actually run.
Yep.
So even an EMP would take all the vehicles, not just the fully battery operated ones. But I know what you're talking about with the Simpsons because half the stuff that's happened on them cartoon has already happened.
It's already happened. Predicted him
Next
to
we'll
become
be having
president.
zombies walking around.
Yep.
I like to visit New York City. Occasionally, I had a girlfriend once that went there and visited. She was into acting, her and her kids. And
Well, if you go to certain parts of New York City, then yes, it's fine. Like parts of Queens is like super nice. Parts of Manhattan are the same way. I don't advise going to Brooklyn, the Bronx, Yonkers.
Oh, hell no.
Don't
yeah, I've heard of those.
don't even go to Central Park.
Central Park's bad now?
Central Park's been bad for many years.
Wow.
See, the places I would go see if I ever come to the States in New York, it would be Times, Broadway,
Yeah.
the 9/11 Twin Towers thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
well,
would do
those are all
Dakota.
pretty good sections of New York City.
I don't agree with Lennon how he was on his politics, but I still listen to him, and they were talented, and I'm still a Beatles fan. I never agreed with how he was on it though. You know, give peace a chance and all that. That was probably noble at the time, but still. But I was
It's
always
like
a big fan.
when it comes to music, it's like me and my father got me into like AC/DC or Pink Floyd. I was listening to them the other night. I always listen to them, music before bed, whatever. And it's like they're only like 22. Now, and you get these rap kids that are into rap music, rapping about food or something like that. I can't listen to that shit.
I can't even.
I mean, it's like I was listening to Kenny Rogers, the gambler, the other day. I never heard of the song, but it
Mhm.
had that catchy beat to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think a
tell you
lot
a
of
big
people
hit he had, and that was
laugh.
Lady. Him and Lionel Richie. That was a beautiful love song back in the day. Warrior's Heart says, talking about making a movie they made years ago about a new virus, and COVID shows up. I know it's weird. I kind of say sometimes when COVID
Oh,
hits,
I'm
it's almost
glad.
like it reminds me of a zombie apocalypse now. Weird.
That's right, Warriors. Look who predicted that virus. The Simpsons. They predicted a lot of stuff because their writers were politicians.
Yeah.
That
And I'm telling you
rap,
something. Say again, Wayne.
to rap, I think a lot of people like get slapped because they're all
Yeah.
fat. Rap.
There's a guy named Rick Beto. I think he's in Atlanta. He's a record producer and got a studio. He talks about why the older generation cannot listen to rap. We like moving music, melodies, real instruments, and our ears can't. And I can't adjust to it. I had a little rap in the '90s I danced to. It would hit some of the clubs here, in the state here, but I can't handle it. Matter of
The
fact, in a
rap I
nightclub
listen
one
to,
night
right?
in 2002, some guy was putting on some rap, and I yelled at him. I told him, I said, "Get that, stuff off," and he didn't listen to me.
you get slapped. That's why they like get slapped because they're sad. They like their rap. They wake up and get slapped. That's the only reason why they listen to that.
I used to loan my Corvette to my daughter. I'd go to a nightclub and let her have the keys and just take off. One night she come back. She had 300 miles on it while I was in there. And it got annoying. Every time I get in the car, I'd crank the radio up because I played the radio loud. And then rap would just hit me. And back then, I go, God, no rap in my Corvette. All I play, it was weird. I played country occasionally, but mostly I played rock and roll in that car. It just kind of went together. I can't explain why. It just did. But I did notice country. I didn't play as much of that back in the day.
I've
I
been going
mean,
in streaks with music. Sometimes I listen to variety. Like I listen to
Mm-hmm.
rock and rap and pop and
Mm-hmm.
country. And then lately I've been on a kick of older country like Hank Williams Jr., Sr., Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, all
Mm-hmm.
the older stuff. And there's
I
only
like some.
very few new country songs that I like.
Yeah, me too. I used to love back in the '80s and '90s. I liked country. They had great hits popping out of Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
They did, and it was awesome back in the day.
Hey Janet, how you doing? How you
Hey,
guys
Janet.
feeling?
I remember one day I was sitting on the porch like the last couple of summers ago, and this guy rode by my street, had this rap song. I started laughing, things they were saying in that song. It's like, oh my gosh, what the heck?
My granddaughter one time sent me a link to a YouTube video, and I texted her back and I said, let me tell you something. I said, I don't listen to music that degrades women and talks like that. That's what I told her. I said, don't ever send me that garbage. I said, told my daughter, she said, why is she sending you that? She said, she wanted to see your reaction. I said, well, she got my reaction. I told her, I said, that's not even music what you sent me. It was what they were saying. It was just,
I know,
God, I couldn't believe it.
bad.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the rock and roll era. I couldn't imagine back in that time if you tried to introduce something like that. Wow, you got beat
Saying
up.
all the bad words in there, like stuff that we won't even say. That's racial. They were saying that in that song. I said, I can't believe what the guy was listening to. And I said, what a bunch of garbage. Oh
Wow.
my gosh, I'm saying, what is with this world?
Yeah, Vandal. I listen to the old stuff. Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd, The Doors, AC/DC, of course,
I got a lot of those,
Stones.
you know. I got a lot of AC/DC cassettes that guy tossed out. I have a lot of them.
Now, are you just saying ACDC because my avatar's ACDC and
No, I like
I'm a
them.
massive fan of ACDC?
When I seen the thing, it reminded me back in the 90s. I listened to them a lot in my Corvette when I was cruising around town.
I always
When I
have a
seen
lot
your
of
thing,
cassettes.
yeah, it did bring back memory. Thought about it.
Oh, I love listening to him, and I can't thank my father very much. He's still alive and pumping, and he's got me into the best mood.
I can't
in the
describe the
whole-
feeling, but go ahead. Sorry.
No worries. I was going to say he got me into the best fucking music that I can't love him more for what he got me into, because otherwise I'd be sitting here listening to today's bullshit, which I can't. I can't stand. And that's the way I feel. My mother got me into Michael Jackson and stuff like that, and everything from the 80s, and Duran Duran, Tears for Fear, Queen, Genesis, Phil Collins, the list goes on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good music. And songwriting back in the day was just, God, they actually knew when they had a hit. Songwriters did. In a recording studio, they go, wow, that's going to be a big hit. And
there
now
is
they
one
don't seem
song
to have a clue.
That I love listening to. Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears, because the original song title of that was Everybody Wants to Go to War, but they took the war out.
Wow.
And they put world in there. But it is true. Everybody thinks they can rule the world. Nobody rules this fucking planet. That's one thing that does annoy me when you get all these politicians. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. You don't rule the world. All free. That's what I believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they say power corrupts, absolutely. Now, it does. You can see it in modern America and probably in Europe too.
Old cassettes I have, and the guy that threw them out is because the other guy that owned them isn't living anymore, so it's in my possession now. So I'm gonna put them on disc though.
When I was young on the AM radio in Georgia here, they would mix. 1 minute they'd be playing some of the 60s rock and roll, 70s, and then they'd put on Johnny Cash. Then they'd make the radio stations wasn't as strict on the genres then. Before that, genres didn't exist back then. And now, did they play mostly rock? Yeah, but they still would bring in songs occasionally on the radio. And then when the FM come in, you'd still occasionally hear different songs. And Don Henley actually addresses that by how he grew up listening to all kinds of stuff on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And once what it was, he was creating an album or CD actually a few years ago. And he said something about the record producers. He said, they kept wanting to categorize my CD. And he said, I don't care what you categorize it on, just put it out there. It's like they were getting conflicted on, like, what do we do with this? Where do we put it? Like he said, who gives a what? It's just music, put it out. But we've done that to ourselves in these genre lists. It's crazy, in my opinion.
And I looked at the cassettes I had a Janis Joplin cassette in there that I found. I was surprised. And the guy that had all those cassettes had every old stuff in that thing. And I think it was AC/DC's in there too, I think.
I got a brand new 8-track tape of Bad Company, Running with the Pack, never been opened. I know where it's at, and I've got a Led Zeppelin. I can't remember which. I think it's the White Label album with the black scrolls. I can't remember the name of it right now. I think with a Zeppelin picture, and I got it somewhere. Never opened 8-track, brand new. Of course, it ain't new now, but it's like new.
I own 2 8-track tape players. I have one stereo 8-track, and I have a radio in an 8-track tape player.
They were a good band. Bad Company was pretty good back in the day. I watched them. If you go on YouTube, check Bad Company out in Florida back in around 2008.
You have some cassettes of theirs too, in that bunch of them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Paul Rogers could sing back in the day. He had a good voice. He dominated almost every band he come out with was successful back in the day.
This thing right here is gonna make the cassettes out of CDs. This little gadget right here.
Oh, I had a bunch of those, and somebody stole them out of my bedroom a few years
Oh,
back here.
This is a recordable one. It makes it out of a MP3 and puts it on the disc.
Okay. I had copies of the cassette. I'd copied albums like Willie Nelson hits some that will
What do you mean, one
be
of
or
these?
something.
You mean one of these?
No, just a cassette, standard cassette with 2 holes in it.
Walkman.
Yeah.
Real Walkman.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that here. I never did one, but I've heard of them.
But this here is a recordable one that puts it on CDs for MP3 and put them on a disc. All the old stuff, all the old cassettes. And
I still got boom boxes back here. I bought it at thrift store. I got Fisher, one of those big giant ones. I used to carry it to the pool, even about 5-6 years ago. And I would on Sunday they'd let me. I'd put it on a garbage can, and I'd just turn it almost wide open, just rock the pool out. Well, all of a sudden, fast forward, I think before COVID, they started actually the lifeguards started bringing their own thing out there, and they started rocking the pool in rap and the new rock and roll, new pop. I told my daughter, I said, I'm not enjoying this much anymore down here.
I got a record player that puts LPs on CDs too. So I got one of those too.
Okay, yeah. I got one of those back there. My daughter gave it to me for Christmas.
I have some CDs now that were LPs that are on discs now.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stat was old records that I put them on compact disc, and I even actually heard them talking to some producer about their wives cooking on one of the albums before I put it on a disc, and then after the talking faded, it went away afterwards.
Another band I liked back in the old days was the Guess Who out of Canada. They were good. I seen them without Burton Cummings. I seen them at Harlow's on Memorial Drive in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
In 1984, they didn't have Burton Cummings with them, but they put on a pretty good show. And Harlow's was a very eye-opening experience in '84. I went in the restroom. Everybody had lines of coke on the counter, giving cocaine away, and smoking joints. And I says, "Wow!" And it was a weird place. It had almost kind of elevated, almost like a theater. The place was, and you go down, and the dance floor was stainless steel, which is weird. And people used to get up on these tall, giant speakers and dance. Girls did back then. You'd hear about it. I didn't go to Harlow's, but the first time I think was '84, actually. I took my brother once. They came back, and guess who came there? And the other new singer was awful. Oh, God, it was a mess. Another band I seen was the Grassroots in 1983. They were at Lake Lanier under a pavilion. Just a small group of people. Boy, that guy could still sing. It sounded good. Grassroots used to appear on American Bandstand a lot back in the day. Midnight Confessions, Bella Linda.
Mm-hmm.
Two Divided. No, I'm thinking of another band there now. Yeah. I'm getting off track.
I got a lot of old cassettes all old cassettes that guy threw out, and even has the Beatles in there too.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I got the original Moody Blue album at his death, and the original, two original John Lennon ones. I've got a original Abbey Road album, Never Opened. Yep, never unsealed.
I got
$4 $5 price tag on it.
I got a cassette of the Beatles of the Abbey Road on there, and the guy that had it was a cassette that was in great condition. Mm-hmm. And I have it, and we'll make it out of a compact disc afterwards. So,
oh, it's getting late.
Wait.
I'm gonna go back and kick back and watch Stargate SG-1 sci-fi for a little bit.
There you go.
I love it. It's funny. I grew up with a lot of sci-fi shows, and I didn't really like it there for a while in the 70s and 80s, and now I actually, if it's done right, I like it.
There's another song that's just come into my head. RE, it's the end world as we know it.
What's that now? Again? Say it again, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
Oh, okay.
REM. It's the end of the world as we know it.
Oh, yeah, I know what you know about. Yeah, yeah. I used to play them in the 80s in a jukebox occasionally. I was trying to think what song I played. One of their early hits. Yeah, they come out of Athens, Georgia. They had some good, around the 90s, they had a few good songs that was played a lot around here in the day. Bars, sports bars, you name it. Buffalo's Wing Place. Actually, Buffalo's, it was a chain place, and they closed here in Georgia, at least here locally. Used to go in there and they had a bar, then they had the restaurant, then they had an outdoor patio. And back in the day, you would take a dollar bill, whatever you wanted, and sign it, and they'd put it on the wall, and the whole wall became nothing but money over the years. I was trying to get away from a girlfriend, and I look up one day, and I come in there, and her dollar bill is under mine. I go, good God, I can't get rid of her. They finally took all that money down years ago and gave it to charity. It is getting cooler here in Georgia. I enjoy it. I can handle cooler weather. Think about getting me a TP hot tent, and I'm going camping with a wooden stove inside the tent.
And get yawning Tasha to go with you. She can yawn all the way down to the teepee and down and back.
I'd like to get a deer. Oh, yeah. I know that one. White Snake.
Yep.
Yep. They were
I
big
love that song, Here I Go Again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember what I was doing that. I actually remember the winter of 87. Yeah. Well, that is because I separated from my second wife. Wow. Which I'd only been married to, I think, 8 weeks. We lived together a couple of years, but as soon as we married, it went to crap. Quick. She started trying to control me. And I said, no, I'm too stubborn. Can't do that.
Oh, gosh.
She gave me a dare. I said, don't, or not a dare, but, an ultimatum. And I said, you can't do that. I'll do it.
Yeah, those don't work with me.
Yeah, she said, you
know
go
what
out
they work. You see that door over there? Bye.
Mm-hmm. I was that way. I went out and had a few drinks, really, is the story. And she says, and when I was with her there for a while, it was okay. No big deal. She said, next time you come in, I won't be here. I said, okay. Next thing you know, next week, I was gone.
2 things that can't be replaced. The love from your parents and the love of your children. Everybody else in your life is replaceable. When it comes to like spouses, girlfriends, that kind of thing, I'm talking. They can all be replaced.
Yeah.
Can't replace your kids. Can't replace your parents.
True. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what was it? Not Tombstone, but Wyatt Earp movie said. His father told Wyatt, comes to family, everybody else is just strangers.
Yep.
But you all are not strangers. I'm not saying that, but it's kind of strange
I know
how
what you're saying.
he phrased that. Yeah.
Did you find it, Ryan?
Find what?
I don't know, whatever you're looking for.
I won't build me a computer, Ryan.
I thought you were going to play some.
Yeah, but I don't want you getting copyright claimed.
I don't care. I got 4 of them now.
Lead singer was David Coverdale.
As long as it ain't a strike, I don't care.
I tell you, a band I'll enjoy back in the day I seen in, 1983 was Jethro Tull with Ian Anderson. Wow. Boy, did they blow the place away. That man is something else on stage. Man, he was like Elvis Presley on steroids. on
Is the
uppers.
steel guitar the one that kind of is like almost looks like a table, and they play it with the picks on their thumbs?
That's
On their
lap steel. You're talking about lap
or
steel
lap
guitar.
steel, I
I
think.
think it's called lap steel.
Well, my kid's father, at their family reunion, they had a band come in, and the one guy would play the lap steel. You know, it looks like it's like about like this long and probably about like this wide, and he played it with these things on his fingers, almost like these weird picks. It looked like
Yeah.
that. I sat there for like hours and just watched him play that. I didn't care what anything else was going on. That just sounded so awesome.
A lot of people don't know this, but what was it? I'm trying to think of the band now. The Allman Brothers actually played that back in the day. One of them actually started trying to do it and picked it up and incorporated it into music. I think I could be wrong. But like I read that years ago, that article. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here shortly. Gals.
Oh, this one is so cool. It's a 1980 Shoba double 12 pedal steel guitar. How much you think it costs? Or how much you think it goes for on eBay?
$1,000.
20,000, 20 grand.
20 grand.
I guessed it. Wow.
This is freaking awesome looking.
Yeah. Yeah. Instruments. I started practicing guitar in 2009 because I had a roommate here. Man, I mean, Lord, the guitars I bought even then was affordable. Now they're just getting higher and higher and have been great coming up. I bought a Casino Elitist, 65 Elitist Casino, made in Japan, handmade. I got it for $11.80, something like that, or $11.60 at Guitar Center here in Georgia. And I told my daughter, I said, when this guitar gets a lot older, I said, it's going to be worth about $2,000. Sure enough, and a few years later, 1999 went to $2,000. I had the linen version. It looked like sanded down. There was no what you call laminate on it or nothing. It was pure wood with a gloss finish. They actually got one out now. I think it's $2,000, a little over $225. It's a U.S. version too, but it's not called an Elitist, but it's the same thing. I'd like to have it in a way, but I don't know what I want. I'm thinking about a Gretsch, or either that or get a Hagstrom, like Elvis Presley had in the 1968 comeback, that red electric guitar.
Yeah.
They still got those, and I think they're $1,300 something bucks. I forget the name, model of it, but I'd like to have that, probably. Is that a Gretsch? To me, electric guitar is just beautiful. I mean, because they always got color to them. They're just like sparkling diamond jewelry or something. They're awesome to me. As a kid, I was amazed at them. I've got an acoustic up there hanging on the wall. I do practice occasionally. And as a matter of fact, I got some new strings I got to put on it. I hadn't did that in several years. I may have forgotten how to string a guitar.
I was looking to see if I could find one that looks similar to it.
I think it was Dwayne Allman that actually started doing that lap steel guitar. I tell you, somebody that plays a little bit like lap steel, and that's Keith Richardson. Keith in the Rolling Stones, he has kind of a lap steel sound, the way he plays.
You have a song with Dwayne Allman playing a rhythm and blues kind of style playing. He's good at it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, they were big there for a while.
But yeah, he played that. I think it was electric. but it wasn't the ones that had like some of those steel guitars have like the guitar neck
Hmm.
for the lap ones. They're called pedal. They're still steel guitars, but they're pedal steel guitars.
Hmm.
But his was just this wooden one.
So it's like a dobro.
I don't remember. Like Fender makes them,
Mm-hmm.
and
I know what a
those have
dobro
like
is.
a bunch of different pedals and stuff. But this one didn't have any. It was just the top part with a couple knobs.
Hmm.
But that thing sounded like so cool. Even like I'm not into like super like orchestral type stuff, but like the harp, like the
Mhm.
regular harp, not the electric harps,
Hmm.
but the
Mhm.
regular harps. I like the way that they sound. And the old pipe organs, like in the churches and stuff, the
Mhm.
old ones with the pipes going up,
Yeah, yeah,
that a lot of the older churches have, those
yeah.
those sound so awesome
That's
too.
always fun one.
Hi Nuts, how you doing?
I like the
Thank
sound of the
you.
dobro. I like the
Howdy,
sound of
Nick.
the dobro. Just got
Net
nice.
Splaws 21. How you doing? Oh, you just made me think of something. I was trying to think. Well, I forgot it now. Totally went blank. Uh, oh, I know what it was. The Doors. We were talking about the Doors earlier. They had a little organ like, and that's what gave them a different sound. Ray Manzarek one time in a interview said that when they tried the bass, they sounded like other bands. So they brought that little thing in, like a little miniature organ thing, and he played the bass line like on it through that. And that's what gave the Doors their unique sound. That one instrument.
Hmm.
And Jethro Tull was good because of the flute.
That guy at the doors was kind of weird, though. A weird thing.
Well, times were wild back then, man. They didn't play around. When they partied hard. It was self-indulgence in those days.
Hmm.
See, this is the one. Let me see if it'll play it without. I'll probably get a copyright over this, but the sound of the steel guitar in this.
Hmm.
And this is with the pedal, and it is electric. Pedal steel guitar.
Yeah, pedal. I've heard that one phrase.
As soon as he gets all the picks on his fingers. This.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Country does that quite a bit.
Yeah,
Her-
that's a George Strait one, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it was these ones. What's he playing? Yeah, I think it was that. This is old style. We're talking about Lloyd Green and Tommy White.
Mm-hmm.
But they played steel guitars side by side.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to wait till they.
Does he's been quit? Does Shane stream Saturday and Sunday too? Or is
7
it just
days a week.
okay? Okay. I've kind of lost
Well,
track
hurry
because
up
he
and get to
had.
playing, would you?
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is the sound of it. And these were
Howdy.
like the wooden ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy, his only has two pedals.
Hmm.
But these are the ones talk. Hiya, Mark. they're the wooden ones, you know, that are basically the length of like the old small organs.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the sound of those.
How's
And
it
the
going,
guy
Mark?
even did it Ghost
Hey,
Riders
Steve.
in the Sky on his this one sounds good. It's cool too. He did Ghost Riders in the Sky on a
That was
pedal steel guitar.
that was done
How's it
by Johnny
going,
Cash,
Steve?
and
Huh?
that was done by
Yeah.
their what was it
This
called?
this guy is just playing it though.
What were they
This
called
is
back
just on
then?
a steel guitar.
They all joined up one time and called themselves something. I can't remember what it was. Cash and
Highwayman?
yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, yeah, and also George Harrison did the Traveling Wilburys, which is kind of like a super group. But yeah, the Johnny Cash that thing when they did Traveling, that was good. The Highwayman, some good stuff. You had legends that back then on stage. That
Oh yeah, the
heavyweights.
Highwayman. Yeah, with all them guys together. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I love the lap steel and even the regular steel guitars. I love the way that they sound. To me, there's nothing that sounds even remotely close to them at all. Just the sound the strings make.
Yeah.
I just love the sounds of them.
Back was
Yeah, so do
Misfits
I,
with us.
Vandal.
Mm-hmm.
How's
I
it
love a
going,
lot.
Steve?
I love a lot of country out of the 80s and 90s. It was really, well, it was like I said earlier, it was popping back in those days. T. Graham
What's he?
Brown, Ricky Van Shelton.
Yeah,
Oh
when
God,
my biological dad, when I was a little kid, he used to play guitar and sing to my mom and I, and I love that. And when I hear like Canadian fishing musician Rich sing, and like the way his voice and stuff is, it just brings me back and reminds me so much of my dad. And I only knew my biological father for 7 years. He died when I was 7.
Oh wow.
So like all the memories that I had, like most people don't remember the stuff I do from when I was a little kid. They like my cousins and stuff, they don't even remember a quarter of the stuff I remember from when we were kids. And I loved listening to my dad sing. I wish I had like recordings of my dad actually singing. And he used to play guitar and sing at our church when he was growing up. And strange thing is, you know, I was baptized a Christian, so was my grandmother, my great grandmother on my dad's side and stuff. But my dad wanted to be a Mormon. Him and his brother wanted to be baptized as a Mormon, which my grandmother let them choose, you know, what they wanted to do. But he would still play at our church when he was a teenager. Obviously, I didn't see it, but I just loved his voice. I can still hear it even after he died in '85, and I had just turned 7 that year, and I can still hear his voice, like singing and playing the guitar.
My mother lost my grandfather when she was like 3 years old. She has memory of him, and most people don't at 3 don't have a memory. I think if you have an impactful event, it helps you think of that time more. Or
Yeah.
somebody that don't have a a thing like that, they don't.
Everybody have a good
it.
night. I'll see you, Tasha. Have a good night.
All right. Good night,
man.
Wayne.
Yeah, I got to get out of here too shortly. I'm wore out. That swim.
Oh yeah, swimming makes me tired. If we're in the pool all day, or we go to the lake and go swimming or whatever, then I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why, it's just relaxing to me.
Oh yeah, it kind of relaxes my mind too. Swimming does in water. I'm a water person. I always loved the water.
Yeah, my grandmother used to yell at my mom when I was a baby
Mm-hmm.
because
Mhm.
my mom would walk out, she'd be like at her waist in the water, and I'd hang on to her fingers like this, and I'd let go. And mom said that I'd like go down to the bottom and I swim back to the top. And
Mm-hmm.
said Graham used to yell at her all the time, "You're gonna drown her."
Mm-hmm.
But all the time when I was a little kid, we'd go up to open up camp, and ice would still be on the lake, but it'd be like away from the shore, a little bit. I'd have to go in the water. I didn't care. Now, you ain't getting me in that water if it's cold. When I was a kid, and it's crazy when you're a kid, you don't care.
No, you don't.
Just like wintertime, you don't care about being out in the cold and doing this or doing that. And then when you get as an adult, you don't want nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm. I was going to go on the other side and see how many we had in here.
Still 4, but I'm going to shut it down. Jamie's on her way home, so maybe we can watch a movie before she wants to go to sleep.
All right. Yeah, I enjoyed the stream. Enjoyed everybody in the side chat.
Let me just see if Shane's scheduled the morning.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Good seeing you guys and gals in side chat tonight.
No, he don't have it scheduled, so he'll probably do it in the morning.
Okay.
So you just have to watch for it.
Okay. All right.
But we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, later. Well, almost tomorrow.
Yeah, close. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
9 minutes. Well, I like having you up on panel. You're more than welcome up here anytime.
Thank you, Tasha. Yeah, I enjoy streaming with you. So.
Cat's going to be the death of me.
Is it? Don't let the other stuff worry you. Yeah,
I ain't letting it worry me. It's just had me annoyed for the past couple of days. So it's like,
gotcha.
I don't know. It's just hard sometimes. If a certain person bugs you,
mm-hmm.
you still got to remember that you're there for whoever's live it is. But sometimes I have a hard time even then.
Like I said earlier, everyone out there, they gonna hurt their own self in time if they're not careful.
Oh yeah. Well, you cry wolf too many times, you're gonna end up getting bit. The way I look at it.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely.
But we'll catch you later. All right, guys. I'm gonna shut it down, and I will catch you guys tomorrow night, same time, same place.
Night, everyone.
Good night, Elliot.
Night, Tasha.
All right, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Hope everybody has a great night, sweet dreams, and God bless.
Yeah, you see